Hello everybody, we are back for another video, and today I'm going to show you how to metal cast. So I'm going to be using pewter today, and pewter is really a good intro to metal casting. And as the summer goes on, I would prefer to go ahead and get more in depth, even make a foundry, and potentially learn how to make green sand casting. But that's ways away. So, first things first, we're going to need a few basic materials. We need muffin tin, a pot and little cover that you don't mind completely ruining, something that's made out of pewter, and that's about it. So, I bought all of this at Goodwill. And again, the total cost was around $7 to $8, and the muffin tin right here cost 99 cents. This cost around, I'd say, $4-ish. This cost 99 cents, and this cost $1.35, I believe. So, it's not that hard to find a good muffin tin. I would suggest getting one without the non-stick coating, because if you pour it on the non-stick coating, then it will burn off. And you can find these very easily. You can just find any sort of steel cotton pan, and it's probably going to be steel if it has anything to do with cooking, so it won't melt the pewter. Or the pewter won't melt through it, I should say. Now, finding pewter, this is where things get tricky. This and this were on my second attempt of going to Goodwill. Normally, I go there, if I don't find anything, I wait a week, and I come back. So you're not going to find one on your first try. If you do, then you're really, really lucky. But you've got to go over there and really try and search. A good key way to figure out if something is pewter or not is to bring a magnet. If it sticks, it's stainless steel. If it doesn't, it's either aluminum or pewter or some other non-magnetic material. That really helps weed out some of the metals. Also, if it has anything to do with cooking, being in the oven, or being over the kitchen stove, it's going to be steel or aluminum or something that's not pewter. Because pewter has such a low melting point, people wouldn't be using it for anything that's like cooking or having at high temperatures. How about I go into it more specifically on how to find pewter? Okay, everybody, let's get into the how to find pewter. Now, I know some of you may be thinking, all I wanted to do is figure out how to metal cast. Well, this is going to save you a lot of time and a lot of money. Pewter is normally around $14 to $15 a pound, which is much better when it's only 99 cents a pound. So, yeah. First things first is this little guy. This is a magnet. It sticks to this, not to that, and not to that. It also sticks to the stainless steel knife that I have over there. So, what does that tell us? Well, it tells us that this is definitely steel, and this is either aluminum or pewter, and this is either aluminum or pewter. Judging by that this is cookware, it's probably going to be aluminum. Also, it's a lot lighter. You see how light and thin this is? They would never make something this light and thin with pewter. Pewter is much heavier. It's got some bulk to it. It's very thick. And that's mainly because it's so bendable. Look at that. Bend it with ease. When aluminum, now you could bend this simply because it's so thin, but it's not going to be quite the same. If you found something that thick with aluminum, it'd be a lot harder, and you're probably never going to melt, you're probably never going to bend stainless steel. It's pretty hard. Now, as well as that, I also have this little guy back here that I bent up. You can see the tip. Try and bend that in position, make it a little flatter. All very easily. Now, another indication is actually the markings. So if you look on the bottom of this guy has a little 90%. And that has to do with the amount of lead content and pretty much all the other materials in the pewter, which tells us it's either pewter or lead. This little guy right here has Mississippi Pewter Company on it. I don't know if you can read it. I'll try and get in there. And it tells us that it's actually 100% pewter. This tells us that it's aluminum. I don't know if you can see that. Probably not. It was in pretty small writings. And this might be pretty easy to see since it's in such big writings. It says that it's everyday kitchen stainless steel right here. And so you know that that is most definitely stainless steel. So when in doubt, if you're ever trying to figure out, oh, this is kind of bendable, but I'm not sure that it doesn't stick to a magnet, it might be aluminum, just look on the bottom. Odds are most of the cooking companies and other companies like that will tell you if it's pewter or not. Alrighty, everybody, here comes the part of the video where I show exactly how to melt it. I basically just got it in the pot, and I'm going to be placing a lid right over that. I also have this mask right here. This is your typical mask that you can buy at Home Depot or something, or even the dollar store. and I just place it right over my face, just so that way no harmful fumes will get in there. You can always get nicer masks or whatever you want, but you know, just safety first. So let's go ahead and get right into that. So as you can see, the pewter is almost done melting. It took about 5 minutes for it to melt, no problem at all. And so, how about we go right into casting some metal ingots. Okay, now is the time where we start casting. So, using proper safety gloves, I'm going to pour all this into the casting molds. Looks like we had just enough for one metal ingot. Place that to the side and let that cool for about 10 minutes to 15 minutes. I'm now going to remove the ingot from the pan by hitting it right like that and kind of bending the tin while I'm at it, but we can always bend that back into shape. Now I'm just going to take the ingot and pop it in the water for a little bit to help cool it off. As you can see, it's sunk to the bottom, and we're going to give that about 5 minutes until we can really touch it. And here we are. I dumped out all the water, and we're left with this nice little ingot. It looks good, and it's got some bulk to it. And it's 100% pewter. So I'm not entirely sure what we're going to be doing this with this in the future, but it's going to be cool. So this is basically what I got out of it. There's about 1.5 mini muffin ingots. Now that doesn't seem like much, but that's actually pretty nice. It's, I don't know, it's interesting. I'm probably going to see what else I can build out of it, but I'm not quite sure. I'll have to get more pewter. Something that you have to realize is that there's also different types of pewter. Some pewter has a much higher melting point, so if your pewter isn't melting, even though the website that you saw it at says it's pewter, it probably isn't the correct type of pewter, so it is kind of a hit and miss type thing. I hope this video helped you, and if you have any questions, please post them in the comments. Bye.